Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. I'm AmalgamAsh, and I am a big crushed man. Oh my god. I recorded 4 videos, very lengthy. Realized that I did not set the video to record. The audio was recording, my face cam was recording, the video of the game was not recording. Half of my night gone. So I just found that out. I'm reeling right now. I'm struggling with that. So I'm starting over from the beginning. And I'm going to start over from the very first video I recorded, which was this. This was the sort of hangout video. I wanted to talk about future plans for the channel and kind of cover things if I hadn't already. I don't have the best memory because there's a lot of stuff that I end up recording that for whatever reason I don't end up using. Just like there was videos on the old hard drive before my computer problems that had stuff that I didn't end up using because they became irrelevant. I wanted to thank, though, my patrons, and I wanted to make sure that that got across. My patrons, I have a few. Get that down to a better height. I have a few, but I do appreciate their contributions very much. I don't need for financial help or anything like that, but the contributions therein allow me to justify making purchases that support the channel much earlier than I would have normally because I pace these things out. So, in case I have not shown it, or in case this is your first time seeing, the AverMedia 2 Plus Live Gamer Portable. This is a capture device that allows me to capture things from my television, so I can play PS4 and Switch now. And it has 4K pass-through, but it supports 1080p, 60 FPS recording, PC free, so that's what I use. I save everything to the SD card, and that's what allowed me to play Super Mario Brothers recently, as well as Mario Maker. And that was bought with patron money, so thank you very much to my patrons for essentially providing that ability to purchase that quickly for me. The other thing was I have committed to a year of its subscription because it was just cost effective to Adobe Premiere Pro. And the reason I did that is because if you subscribe per month, it's like $33 a month, but if you do it for a year, then it ends up being $20 a month. And as long as you're locked in for a year, you're just billed per month. So it made sense to me, and the patrons they currently are covering that. So that was very justifiable, and I want to use the industry standard in video editing software, not just because I want better quality content from my channel, but also because I want to have that skill set to offer potential employers in the future. That is something that I feel strongly about. I want to move into doing this full-time. I want this to earn me and my family a living, so that's another reason why I want to thank my patrons, because they're contributing to that cause, and it means a lot to me. So, now that we're here, future plans for the channel. When I say future, I mean very soon. Stuff that I'm working on now. I'm still working on, and I'm actually getting close to finishing the recording for my SGB presentation. I'm very, very picky about this. It's my first engine overview. MV3D, I did an overview, which is the #1 video on my channel, and did very, very well. It continues to do well every day, but it is not a whole overview for an engine. It is a plugin overview, and there's still a lot to be gleaned from that. There's still a lot of knowledge to be had from the MV3D plugin that's not covered in the video. It's not totally conclusive. SGB, I feel I wanted to produce something that would answer the questions of anybody who wanted to know if the engine would suit their needs for game development. That is why the presentation. It is completely unofficial. It is not backed or funded or sponsored by SmileBoom in any way, and it's fine. It is an AmalgamAsh production, and it is the first of hopefully many engine presentations that I hope to do. So I'm trying to make sure I deliver a polished product. I want to help people decide before they purchase the engine if it will be right for them. And I'm going to do this by completely going over every single feature the Smile Game Builder engine has in its most current version as of the video. So it will be totally conclusive to the version am going over the options, the main menus, the assets you can import, the different utilizations, utility windows, the event panels, every single event panel, every function, everything I can possibly go over. It will be a long form video, and it is coming. It is coming. I just don't want it to compromise my schedule of a video every day. I'm going to be doing a lot more MV3D stuff. There aren't a lot of games out there, and I don't think that there are very many at all that I can play right now. I think I've got 2 that I know of that I haven't played yet. But I do have Fractalus 2.0, so at some point I will be returning to my roots, the very first game that I ever played, and I will be playing the updated version on my new spec PC. SGB content, there's a ton of SGB games I haven't played yet that I need to continue getting back into and playing for the channel. I recently recorded and uploaded Smile, the Grand Boom Kingdom, which is a game that comes with SGB's engine, and I questioned whether or not to continue it as a series. I think I'm going to go ahead and just continue it as a series. I'm not going to worry about how accessible it is. I think that I really just want to play through the games to completion. So that's a goal of mine, and it's one that I've held pretty tightly to. Only one game so far that I've played has escaped my grasp, and it is Iron Will. And I may revisit that. Don't really want to let it go. RPG in a Box is an engine that I haven't covered anything of yet, except for I just uploaded a video called A Road to Awe. The viewership surprised me on this one. I was kind of happy to have all those views, and I think that it's a good thing to make this engine more publicized and make people more aware of its existence and the active support that it has by its lone developer right now. So I'm going to be playing a lot more of the RPG in a Box games. There's not very many of them. I think I'm going to play everything that I can get my hands on, and then we'll go over the engine itself, and maybe we'll make a game or 2 in the engine through some devlogs. So there's that. RPG Papermaker is another engine that I'll be covering games for. Haven't gotten around to doing anything for that yet, because at the time that I first became interested in it, there weren't any games to play. There was a lot of people developing their games. There were a lot of people. And that's still happening, but I see a lot of talk about Papermaker in the Discords and stuff that I'm in. People don't think that it has any features, and they're not aware that it is actively being developed. I mean, right now, that developer, Wano, is working his ass off to make this engine viable and feature-rich, and he's got patron goals and things that he tries to strive to hit and get people interested in every month. So he's literally pushing a new version out with new features every month, and it will be awesome when it is close to done, or even in a beta version. And licenses are purchasable right now. So we will be covering more of that. Pixel Game Maker MV is another engine that I'm very interested in covering games for, and it has a lot of games already and a ton of support on the development side, so I want to publicize and share that as much as possible, and I want to get involved with that community. So I will be doing that as well. What else? I still have a few more products, and here's a sneak peek at some of them. I got this guy at Walmart. See that I can't remember what that's called, that kind of picture that changes when you look at different angles. But I'll be comparing this directly to the Wish.com product that I got last year. And I, just for the heck of it, got a rear view mirror phone mount, something I wanted to review. I'll be doing a hands-on with that. I haven't gotten a rear view mirror mount yet. I have dashboard mounts. They don't work that well, but this is something a little bit closer to your face, closer to your speaking voice, things like that. So maybe it will be a lot different, maybe a lot better. And, that's it. I hope that all of that is exciting and gives you something to look forward to. And I just want to thank the patrons and anybody watching the channel. If you haven't subscribed yet, I hope I can give you a reason to subscribe. If you haven't become a patron, I hope I can get you to consider becoming one. I don't really even care if you want to throw $1 at me every month. I appreciate all of the help I can get, and your name will be in the credits of any video. And if you have any kind of ideas for rewards that I can give out to people who are patrons of the channel, I'm all ears, because I don't feel like my rewards are good enough right now, and I kind of struggle to figure out what I can offer people who want to give that kind of support to me. As far as stuff that you'd like to see, I support all independent developers, and that includes the ones that advertise their games through Keymailer. So any keys that I'm offered on Keymailer, if the development is from a pretty small team or a solo developer, I'll take that key and I will play it on the channel. And that's why sometimes you see now games that don't really fit the standard of what I like to do on the channel. They're games that I like discovering because I like to see what people are capable of doing, and I think that that information might be inspiring to others, which is kind of why I'm here. So, and if you yourself are developing something and you have a demo in workable form and you would like it publicized, I know my channel is small, but I'm more than happy to take that and play through it and give it as much of a positive spin as I can for you. So please send whatever you've got my way. And I appreciate it. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. This was just intended to be kind of a hangout and where I'm at and where my head's at type video, and clear the air because of my sudden frustration from losing my work, or not ever really having my work to begin with tonight. It's my own stupidity. I need to get better. Thanks again for watching. See you in the next video. Till then, bye-bye.